another subscriber milestone. 250,000 subscribers. That is absolutely crazy. That's 250,000. We're at 250,000 subscribers. And I say we're because we're both doing this. We're both achieving this. So as always, thank you so much for sticking around. This community has turned into something amazing. And I knew that for my 250,000 subscriber video, I wanted to do something special for you guys as a thank you. So I decided to finally answer the one question I get asked non-stop. Well, actually, it's a bunch of questions that all round up into one question, which is, how do I YouTube? I always get questions like, what kind of software do I use? What kind of hardware do I use? What are some tips I have for somebody who's starting a new channel? It's seriously like the most asked question ever, is just how I do this, how I do YouTube. So I'm going to finally answer that. I'm going to show you my whole gaming, computer editing, filming setup. And then I'm going to show you how I actually go in and film and edit a video. And then I'm going to give you a couple tips at the end of all of that. So you will have all of my knowledge that might come in handy to answer all of the questions that you have asked me. And I've wanted to do a video like this for a long time because when I started out, it was, I don't know if it's easier now, but I remember Googling and searching on YouTube ways to do this. Because nobody teaches you, you have to kind of teach yourself. So I'm going to quickly show you all of my hardware and my gaming setup, and then I'm going to show you via screen capture how I actually go about doing things on the computer. And then we're gonna come back here and I'm gonna tell you a couple quick tips and things that might help you, some things that I did when I started, and to tell you what camera I use to film things that are not gaming related in my office. So hopefully this helps. Thank you again and enjoy. Guys, so welcome to my desktop. It is usually not this straightened up, and a lot of these icons actually go onto my second monitor, but I cleaned it up and brought it all over here just to show you guys. So first things first, as you can see, to record my screen capture right now, I'm using Bandicam. There's a couple different programs that do this. Bandicam was the first one I got, and it's been working perfectly for me, so why change it? Bandicam isn't free, you do have to pay for it. I forget how much it is, but I don't think it's that crazy. And there really is no free recording software that actually works good or doesn't have a watermark on it. So I use Bandicam. It is recording right now, as you can see by this and by this. Usually I would drag this to my second monitor so you don't see it. To record my audio off the microphone, I use Audacity. I do have an issue. I'm still learning how to use this microphone properly and record audio properly. See, my levels are pretty low, but I always have to raise the volume when I drag this audio file into my editing software, so I mean, it's an extra step that I probably wouldn't have to do if I learned how to use this properly, but yeah. For my face cam, I used to use Windows Movie Maker, but then when I had my YouTube friends visiting, Yami pointed out that my Logitech webcam has a software you can download from the website that captures the webcam, so I now use Logitech webcam software. So with this, I click Quick Capture. Oh, hey! Yes, this is a different day that I am recording this, so I look different and I'm dressed different, but this is the layout of this. You can see all my videos down there, and if I record off this will actually take the audio from my Blue Snowball mic and my video, so I don't have 3 separate files. Some people like it so you can manipulate the audio separately from the video, but I don't care, so I usually have 2 files while I'm editing a face cam. Well, both a face cam or a non-face cam. I either have audio and my gameplay, or I have this face cam that has the audio in it and the gameplay. I used to do 3, it was ridiculous, but now I don't do that anymore. So yeah, I record my face cam off this. You can just click this to start and stop. And yeah, all right, face cam's going away. So, oh yeah, here it is. That's what I used to use, Movie Maker. So yeah, you got the 4 basics here. Bandicam for screen capture / gameplay recording. Audacity for audio mic recording. Logitech for audio mic recording / face cam. And this is just face cam recording. TeamSpeak client is just a client I use to talk with other YouTubers when we record videos, like me and Hamachi is how we can play Gmod together on the same server. If I record off this, the file doesn't work well in my editing software, so I have to use the free AVI video editor. It's an extra step, but I gotta do it. I use this if I record live streams off Twitch and then I want to put them on YouTube. I have to use this to convert it. Sims 4, self-explanatory. XSplit Broadcaster is what I use for broadcasting on Twitch. That's a whole nother video, and I am not that professional when it comes to Twitch setting up, so definitely go look for if you want tips, go seek out somebody else's video for Twitch and live streaming stuff. Star Wars, Minecraft games. My editing files, these are all different like graphics and FX and FX effects and things that I use in my videos and my outro and my intro. So for my editing, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'm scared if I open it, it might crash my recording or lag it, but we're gonna do it because that's what I'm here for, to teach you guys. Also on here that I can't show you a full tutorial on how I do it. There is some online learning yourself or they have like online YouTube courses, things like that that'll help you learn both Adobe Premiere and Adobe Photoshop, which is what I use for my thumbnails. I actually edit my thumbnails on my MacBook laptop, so that's why there's no Photoshop down here, but I have Photoshop on there, and that's where I do all of my thumbnails. And that's actually one of my favorite parts of making videos, is making the thumbnails. I have way too much fun. All right, just as a sample, because this is one of my most recent like face cam videos that I still have the footage of, like the raw footage that I didn't delete. But as you can see, these are my edits. This is actually not that heavily edited compared to my other videos. I'll show you real quick after this what Sims looks like, and maybe you guys can have an idea of why I can't put them out all the time. It takes forever to both play it and record it and edit it. But yeah, so this is the Gmod Guess Who video that I did with D-Live and Lord Minion, aka Wade, and Baron, and Z. Make sure to go watch it if you haven't, it's really funny. But as you can see, so this is my video file, which also has my audio. That's this right here, yes. I'm so beautiful and not creepy looking at all. And then the game footage is this. And I can't go through a step-by-step tutorial of how to use Premiere Pro. I do suggest if you have never edited videos before, I have, because I actually went to college for video production. There are easier programs to start on. Before I used Premiere, I actually used, I think it was called AVS, that I heard another YouTuber using when I first started, tried that. But yeah, all I do in the beginning is I make sure to drag the gameplay footage in. I drag my face cam on top of it. I try to sync up where the gameplay, usually when I start recording, I'll say start, or some people clap their hands. It's so I know when I started recording the gameplay, so when I piece it together in editing, it's easier to figure it out. But yeah, that is a very, very, very basic overview of what it looks like when I edit videos. Premiere is also not cheap. It's a monthly fee of $32, I think, to use. You get like the whole suite, so you get Photoshop, you get Premiere, you get every Adobe product. All right, so this is The Sims. You see this? You see this crap? See all these little edits? Yeah, look at all this. Look at this. Look at it all. Look at it all. And look, oh, you want to see how long I was recording for? Almost 2 hours I was recording. And how much time did it end up being? It's almost 18 minutes long. From 2 hours. As you can see, I partly wanted to make this video, so people don't think I'm lazy and just aren't making videos. It took me 2 hours to film. So I always take the film time. So it took me 2 hours to film. I can assume it's gonna take me about 2.5 hours to edit. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. A lot of people ask where I get my songs from and they want to know so they can go find it, download it. It's actually from a website called jinglepunks.com. I get a membership from them through my network, which is Fullscreen. So yeah, I would suggest either using YouTube's free license-free library that they have there, or checking out what your network has, or investing in a website where you can go get music from. But yeah, I guess I will move on to my tips now that you guys know all the software and hardware that I use. So hopefully all that helped you with the technical stuff. Like I said, this camera is a Canon T3i. I'll show a picture of it in the corner because I obviously can't show you right now. This is just what I use. I'm also a big photography person, so that's why I decided to get a model like this. There's also much lesser priced models and smaller that are easier for vlogs and things that you can find. So a couple things to keep in mind if you're going to be making a YouTube channel or trying to figure out the best way to go about making videos for your YouTube channel and how to grow it. So yeah, these are just things that I have learned or that have worked for me. They might not work for everybody, but I'm gonna share it anyway. First thing is, don't be intimidated by all of the equipment and software that I have just shown you. It has taken me 3 years to get to that point because I've been doing YouTube for 3 years. I didn't start with all of that equipment. I started by using an iMac computer, which was terrible to play games on. I also started by recording my audio with an iPhone, like with the little memo notes app for your voice. That's what I use to record my audio. And it sounded great. If you go back to my older videos, my audio is usually pretty good. You just work with what you have. Don't worry about getting the best of the best. You don't always need it, and you can always get that stuff later on. I know everybody says this, but the biggest thing to keep in mind is that it does not happen overnight. I think it took me about 1.5 years to like 2 years before I really felt like I was getting somewhere with the channel. Now I'm going on 3 years, which is crazy, and I'm still far, I mean, there's people that are way ahead of me. You can't focus on other people's success, and you can't look at that as a bad thing, like, oh, this person grew faster than me, or this person passed me in numbers. You can't look at it like that. You should look at it like, oh hey, what is this person doing that maybe I'm not doing, and I could try to adapt it. Don't copy, just be inspired by others. Also, try not to reach out to other YouTubers that are way far ahead of you in both time that they've put into their channel and statistics. It's not that your content isn't also awesome, it's just that, say, I get messages all the time from people wanting to play with me, and that's awesome, and I would love to play with all of you, but realistically, I can't. I only play with people that are friends, so you'll see like some friends I play with only have a couple thousand subscribers, or even I played with people that have 100. That doesn't matter to me. It's more so your dedication, and or if we've built a relationship that becomes a friendship. I'm not gonna just jump on and play with somebody that I randomly just talked to. So please don't do that. It usually doesn't work, and then you end up just getting discouraged when you don't hear back anyway. When I first started, I joined, actually it's a good place to go, is YouTube Talk Forum. I think it's yttalk.com. But I met a bunch of people there who were around the same, like when I was starting, other people that were also starting, and then we could talk, and I actually built, that's how I met Brittany and Mike, who became my friends from that forum. It's just a bunch of people trying to help each other, and then you can end up making connections and you guys can all grow together. Other main things would be consistent content. You can't make a couple videos and then let a couple months go by and wonder why your channel's not growing. Don't monetize too early. I would say don't monetize unless you're at least over 1,000. You're not gonna be making enough to get the money anyway because you have to hit a certain threshold. You're only gonna be making a couple cents, and that's why you have to not be doing YouTube for money or fame or anything else. I know this is all obvious stuff you've probably heard before, but I need to reiterate it. You have to put in the effort. Make sure that you have your avatar icon done. Make sure you have your channel banner done. Make sure you do video thumbnails. One of my biggest tips, might not be everybody's, is to edit your videos, please. Some bigger YouTubers don't do it, and that's fine because they already kind of have a following, but there's a lot of channels people have asked me for advice, and then I go there and I see that they just like started recorded like an hour worth of stuff for 45 minutes and then just put it up, and they want to know what's going on and why their channel's not growing. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. If you have more questions that I have not gone over, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will try to answer as many as possible. if you ask me a question that I have answered in this video, I'm not going to answer, just please watch the video. But yeah, I know I rambled, so I might have missed some points. So if anybody has a specific question that I didn't address and you want an answer for it, leave a comment below and I will try to answer as many as I can. If this video helped you out, or you just liked seeing all of the back end stuff of Laurenside's channel, make sure to leave a like before you go. Whoa, the sun just came out and it looks like I'm melting. Good luck to anyone who is also running a YouTube channel or going to start running a YouTube channel. The sun just disappeared. And I guess that, oh, it's coming back. Oh God, it's coming back a lot. It's super yellow in the camera screen. See, and this is another point. Not everything needs to be 100% professional on YouTube. We all make mistakes and we all don't know what we're doing, and we grow and learn by doing things like this. And as always, I will see you guys soon. Channel has hit 100,000 subscribers. So when I started my channel 2 years ago, I always said if I could at least hit 100,000 subscribers,